if you took the poem out of it, the images wouldn't make any sense. And that's the main thing that you can call it a completely digital literature born, a piece of digital literature.
A tainted people, because hope trickles amongst us, and although our chances are still feeble, she's my home, my teacher.
Okay, I'm going to quickly do an introduction to the piece that we created, and then give you a chance to have a look at it, and then we'll talk about it rather than the other way around. So this is Hume Garden Centre. I don't know if anybody knows it, and this is a little installation which you might be able to see. It's like a suitcase with a lid open. So this is just an image of what the actual suitcase looks like with the jars and the soil inside. And that's the actual image, which is the trigger for the mobile phone. So it actually picks up on the image to all come to the front and kind of gather round, stand around this area here, if that's okay.
So, first up in the dock today, we have Hina Patel. The charges against Ms. Hina Patel are stalking, incitement to murder, excessive use of action to the detriment of description. Ms. Patel, how do you plead?
Guilty.
You pled guilty. The jury of your peers, who we are not going to trust at this point, has found you innocent. Okay, so, it's Patrice Lawrence. Has no charges. Oh, yes, you do have charges. Reckless abandonment of career in short fiction. Obsessive Star Trek and other sci-fi references. And the worst of all, Londonism. Well, this court is going to find you guilty just because you did talk an awful lot.
And I thought today we might consider whether the stories we choose to tell or to produce are inevitably linked to this racialized and oppressive landscape, and how it's possible, if it's possible, to decolonize our minds and to decolonize our writing.
My novel that's coming out isn't just about mental health, but mental health runs through it. And I know that there are many publications out there about how we are dealt with officially when it comes to mental health.
I'm trying to arrange my thoughts. I think I'm trying to think about the characters that I write about, but also how I deal with, I guess, my own mental health issues, and how do you own up to that, and how do you mobilize that for your creative process? Sometimes I think, do I want to be healed from the things that I suffer from? Because if I was healed, I wouldn't write. I mean, it is almost part and parcel of how I think, how my mind is arranged. And I think that's how a lot of us are creatively, right? I mean, we are creative because we know how to look at the world differently.
Now we're finding it's black men that are being sectioned, weed, psychosis, and it's never really discussed in terms of racism. It's never really discussed in terms of misogyny or misogynoir either, and I find that very interesting and a powerful way to think about the individual is to think about also the collective.
Yeah.
Thank you. Our wonderful panel today.